This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, so I got one yes that I'm audible. I see here few of the folks: Sahara, Naresh, Bhargav, Isha, Venkat. So can you all hear me? Am I audible? Okay, cool. Thank you so much. Fine. So yeah, apologies for joining 5 minutes late. Okay, so first of all, welcome guys. Okay, welcome to this demo session of C Sharp API automation. Okay, so I'm your instructor, and my name is Saida Ruxana Banu, and you can call me Banu. Okay, so let me give a small introduction about me. Okay, so I'm a QA instructor with 10 years of track record. Okay, so currently I'm working as a QA automation project lead in a top MNC. Okay, where I have been helping many QA folks mastering their testing and automation skills. Also, I have trained many students in REST API automation with using C Sharp, and also I have given a training with C Sharp automations using Selenium starting from the scratch. Okay, so as a QA engineer, me with a decade of experience now, so I have built this course strategically. Okay, so focusing more on the practical skills. Okay, and yes, I hope through this course you will gain up to date knowledge, especially your job relevant knowledge. Okay, and yes, I would request you to focus on this course as this is the most absolute trending course, guys. So wherever you see, whether if you are into C sharp automation, the next requirement a company asks for is, do you have a knowledge on C sharp REST API automation testing? Right, so these two courses will always go hand in hand. So before starting with this course, I would like to ask you, so how many of you here are from the coding background, and how many of you here are from the non-coding background? So that usually I start my course thinking that my students are having zero knowledge of coding skills. So all my courses will be designed starting from the scratch. So I don't assume any of the student to have a prerequisite knowledge or any kind of, like, any knowledge, even a small API definition also I don't expect. I feel like all the students here are coming from different backgrounds and they don't have any knowledge, and I start my course from the scratch level. So basically what I mean to say here is, my course is designed in such a way that irrespective of which background, whether you are from the coding or non-coding background, I'm going to teach you thinking that you don't have any knowledge or prior knowledge of coding, and everything will be taken starting from the scratch. Okay? Okay, cool. So I would like to hear from you. Can you all just give one reaction if you are having any coding knowledge in this group? Or can I start with a quick introduction? Okay, I see Naresh. Naresh is having little knowledge on coding. Okay,
Yes, I am
Bhargav is
having
not having.
I am
Yes.
having knowledge on coding. I am working as a senior test automation engineer in IBM
Oh,
on Selenium
okay.
C Sharp.
Oh, that's
So
really good.
yeah, yes.
Okay, thank you so
Thank you.
much, Naresh. And Bhargav, I think you gave a heads down, which means like you don't have any prior knowledge on coding, is it?
Yeah, I work as a manual test engineer in one of the companies. So I was just checking like which one is a good one, like Java, C Sharp. This I just want,
Okay, cool,
not on
cool.
coding.
Okay, so currently what your expectation is like you don't know anything about coding and you want to learn from the scratch, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay. What about you, Venkat? You have any prior knowledge on coding? Just a heads up, thumbs down would be sufficient for me. Okay. I don't think Venkat is responding. And no, I don't know whether he's facing any connectivity issue, but let me come to Venkat later. Sahara, Sahara, you have any prior coding language skills? Okay, cool, cool. So you know little basics of the coding then. Okay, Selenium you have done with Python. Oh, that's really good. Okay, thank you. And what about you, Raghu?
Yes, I do have basic coding knowledge. Basically, I'm a performance tester. So now
Okay.
I got a requirement to do AP automation. So that is the reason I just enrolled this. Yeah, I do have some coding knowledge. Yeah.
That's nice. That's nice to hear. And yeah, Venkat, once you're comfortable, you can unmute yourself and tell me whether you belong to a coding background or not. But yes, here, if you all observe, we have a mixture of the students, right? So one is completely new to the coding, and some few of the folks here are having a little knowledge, and few of the folks are having good grip on the coding. That's good. Fine. But as I have mentioned earlier, this course is completely designed in such a way that even though if you don't know a small definition of API, then also you can start from scratch learning. Okay. So I will just share my screen and show you how I have designed this course and what and all you are going to learn in this course. Okay. I'm going to share my screen. Let me know once you are able to see. So I'm currently sharing a Word document with you, right? And I have come up with all the key points which you are going to learn as part of this course. Okay, so here in this course, okay, so this much of font size is enough. Can you all see properly, or do I need to zoom out or zoom in? Okay, so guys, be friendly with me. Okay, so even I believe so giving this trainings and all, this has made me a student itself, because many of the times what happens is few of the companies, few of the students who are already working, they actually suggest me we can do this way, that way, right? So even I'm a learner here, and few of the things I will be teaching you, and definitely few of the things I will be knowing from you. So we all are friends here. There is nothing like a school kind of culture. So we all are here to learn. So I don't want any of you to get into kind of hesitation, even though a small question also, because I know when the people has started learning the coding skills, how they suffer, right? So we all are friends and we are here to learn. No need of any hesitations. So, any small, big, silly questions, whatever is coming in your mind, please be open, discuss with me. Okay, definitely don't feel any kind of hesitation. So I'm very friendly enough to help you out wherever you are stuck. Okay, so yeah, so I'm sharing my Word document where I have come up with all the key points, right? So which and all the things in this course I have designed. Okay, so basically guys, this C# testing, right? REST API automation testing. So this is a most trending online course now. Yes, Java too, but there are projects where they are particularly looking for C# REST API automation testing. So I'm your instructor, as I have mentioned earlier. You can always call me Banu. Okay, so before starting with this course, so today is a small demo session, right? So, and I want to show you a few important points which you need to know about this course, right? So first of all, what is this course about? So this course teaches you the API automation using REST assured library. Okay, so this course teaches you the automation, API automation using REST assured library. So basically, we are going to see API automation using C#. It's just like Selenium, how we have done using C# for web application automations using Selenium, right? Similarly, we are doing API automation with the same C#, but instead of Selenium library, we are using REST assured library. Okay, so using this REST assured library, we are going to build this API automation. Okay, that's the basic thing which you need to know before you start with this
Sorry for
course.
the interruption.
Yes,
I think in C sharp, RestSharp will be the library, right?
right.
But here RestSharp comes under Java.
So the library REST assured is built using the Java. Okay, but using the
Hmm.
same library, we are going to do little modifications to achieve the C# automations.
But we will use the RestSharp namespace. Means we will import the RestSharp namespace, right? To automate the test cases, API tests.
So what will happen is basically this REST sharp is popularly used for Java, but we have a NuGet package manager where we can install the package REST sharp and using the .NET package REST sharp. So if you are familiar, we are having using system.thread, right? Same way, we will be installing the package REST sharp in our .NET library using manage NuGet packages, and we are going to start our coding telling that like using system, we will write using REST sharp.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So basically post request with JSON body, right? And adding headers, serializing, deserializing JSON responses, all those things will be done using our NUnit, okay, NUnit framework, where we are writing our testing scenarios and we are going to write the API automations using the REST sharp there. So this much of introduction I did not want to go through it into it, because this is just a small introduction class. Okay, so when I actually start with the framework and I really start with the course, how the flow goes, you can easily understand. So there are few things which I would like to take up, like as in basic things means C# basics. So as Bhargav, he is a person who is not aware of the coding knowledge, right? So this course, I'm going to focus on the basic things of the C# as well. Okay, so not in depth, but yes, whatever the C# knowledge we require in order to perform the C# API automation testing, those things I will be focusing on, so that going further you will not have to face challenges. So first thing is first few classes will be completely focusing on the C# basics. Okay, so once I teach C# basics, parallelly I will start with the API automation tutorials. Okay, so you will not feel disconnected from both. So one side you will be learning C# basics, and other side you will be learning API automation in parallel. So no matter if you are a beginner in the programming language also, so this course will help you out to brush up your C# basics apart from API automations. And yes, also we will see the manual API testing tool as well. So there is a famous or very commonly used tool, that is a Postman. Okay, so most of the manual API testing is carried away using the Postman tool. Okay, so this tool is used across the industries for manual testing. Okay, so I will explain you how to do manual API testing using the Postman. Then I will show you how to automate it. So in this way, you are going to learn both manual and automation testing. Manual in the sense using the Postman tool. Okay, so there are many courses out there in the market which will definitely teach you rest assured, but there is no course right now where you will be developing a robust API automation framework starting from the scratch. So we know we all are working in a industry where more than a theoretical thing, we have to implement and showcase our practical skills, right? So to have a good paying job, so we really require a practical knowledge rather than a theoretical knowledge. So this course is designed from the scratch level training. Okay, so many of the students who have joined this course, they did not even know what an API is when they joined. Now they are able to develop the framework on API automations. So that's the assurance that I can give on the completion of this course. Okay. So yeah. So if we are in the current market, if you see, we are having lots of real-time APIs to teach. For example, we have Twitter, okay, Jira, YouTube, Google Maps. So many actual real-time APIs are there where we can understand the concept more using this APIs. Okay, and also we can develop our own demonstration tutorial, okay, where we can have our own API materials for our references. I will provide you what and all the interview questions that you need to prepare in order to crack the interviews on API automations. Okay, there are plenty of practice assignments I have included in this course. Okay, you can play around it and learn yourself by going through these tutorials. And also I have included few quizzes around just to verify our knowledge, our understandings, how we are doing. So all those things will be a part of this course. Okay, and this will definitely help you to clear your interviews as well. Okay, let's not do kind of further explanations or further things. So I would like you to just give me your feedback. So the way I'm taking you, the way I'm talking, the way the things I have told so far, was it boring, or were you able to follow up how the things are for you? How do you think my communication? Are you able to follow up? Or is it simply like I'm keep on going and telling something and few things are into head, few things are out of head? How is it, guys? Okay, going good, able to follow. Okay, thank you, Raghu. And guys, how about others? Are you able to follow me? Because see, this is a way I explain, and this is how I communicate. And if you are able to follow up, not following up. Okay, Naresh, able to follow. Good. Okay. Would like to hear from Sahara Bhargav. Able to follow. Thank you, Bhargav. How about you, Sahara? Okay, cool. So let's quickly walk through the syllabus. Okay, so and see what and all the things we are going to learn from this course. First thing is you will learn API basics. Okay, like introduction to the API, where exactly it is used, end-to-end project architecture, real-time usage of APIs in the industry. Okay, with the examples what I just said, like Google Maps are there. Okay, YouTube, Jira, so many things are there. So we will try to learn from those real-time APIs examples. And then we will try to get into terminologies of API. Like what are all the terminologies? We have get, we have post, we have put. So all these are called as CRUD operations in API. Okay, then we will try to understand what and all are the path parameters, what are query parameters, what are headers. Okay, and we will start with the introduction to API basics. Okay, and we will get familiar with the terminologies, and starting with the C# basic concepts, we will start brushing up our skills. Okay, and if you require more deeper knowledge with the C#, I will be providing you the materials. Okay, so parallelly with the C# basics, I will start teaching the REST API. Okay, so hand in hand we will be learning REST API, and hand in hand we will be learning the C# basics also. Okay, I will try to showcase the tool called Postman, which is used for manual testing of the APIs. Okay, and I have taken some examples like Google Maps API, which I would be showing you using the Postman tool. Okay, so I will try to show you some different operations, okay, testing related activities which we do using the Postman tool. Okay, so once you all are familiar with the manual API testing, then I will introduce you to the automation, where I will bring the concepts of rest assured. I will set up our own project. Okay, then we will build and start with our first API automation. We will build the status codes in the sense, if the API is successful, what is a code? If it is failing, what is a code? What and all the different types of status codes we have, and what codes are used in what circumstances? How do we validate the responses? Okay, all those things will come into picture. Then I will introduce how to parse the JSON responses. Okay. And then finally, we will dive deep into the concepts of advanced JSONs. Okay. So business logics, handling the dynamic responses, how to handle the static responses, how to data drive the response, everything. So I think this is more than enough. Okay. So this much of introduction is like more than enough for you to understand. Okay, so enough. So yeah, one more thing. So we have to learn the auth technique also. So I will introduce you to the auth mechanism. It is very famous and commonly used authorization technique in the recent days. So there are APIs like Google, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, which uses this auth technique. And I'm going to explain it very clearly how to handle these authorizations. Okay. And there are some best practices in automation like deserialization, serialization. So all those best practices with the interview questions. Okay, so with the interviews questions, how to face such questions in the interviews. So all those things I will explain you in this API automation course. Okay, so yes, so that's all I would like to go with this automation course. Okay, so if I start with 5 to 10 minutes of basic things, basic definition. Okay, so here if you see, I have come up with one diagram. Okay, can you see this diagram? Let me just zoom out. Yes, if you see this is one basic diagram, and I will just give one basic definition of an API. Okay, so instead of knowing what is an API, first we should try to understand where do we require this API in the project architecture. So what is API? In the simple definition, API stands for Application Programming Interface. But did you understand anything from that? If I am saying API is an application programming interface, did you understand anything from that? No, right? So practically we have to understand where exactly this comes into picture in end-to-end project architecture. What is the role it is playing? Okay, so I'll try to explain those and then I will come back to read this again. API definition, that is application programming interface. So before that, let me tell you one problem now. Using this scenario, you will understand exactly why this API designing came into the place. Okay, so let's say we have this Go IBBO website, right? Where we can book hotels for our reservation services. So let's say I want to book a hotel. Let's say Taj Vivanta, something like that. So there are these hotels are over the multiple websites. So one who is going and doing reservation on goibibo.com, he can also do Taj Vivanta reservation, or one who is going and doing a reservation on agoda.com, he can also do the reservation of the hotel. Or there are so many, Make My Trip, right? So many websites are there who will allow you to make a reservation of this particular hotel room. Across the world it is available, correct? So for that, they have prepared one front end website which will allow you to select a city where you are looking into, to select the rooms which you want to book into. So all this front end page, what you once you go into, for example, goibibo.com, it will ask you which city you are looking into the room, and it will show you the availability of room. So this is not directly connected to the Taj Vivanta website. We are not going to Taj Vivanta website and booking the hotel room. We are going to few websites which are allowing, which are interacting with the hotel websites in the backend, and it is checking for the availability. So now think like there are 4 to 5 websites through which we are trying to book a hotel in Taj Vivanta. Okay, let's say person A is using Agoda, person B is using Make My Trip, person C is using Travel Triangle. So many. All the websites are indirectly connected with the Taj Vivanta database, right? Taj Vivanta people are not giving the direct access to their database to show up what is the availability of the room. Instead, these people have come up with one UI front end screen where a client can go ahead and they can do the reservation, or they can get the details of the availability of the room using these websites. These websites are connected in the backend to the Taj Vivanta, and Taj Vivanta is giving limited access to these parties, where it is not giving its database access. It is just telling, okay, you are going to check on this date to this date what is the availability. The request will go and hit the Taj Vivanta website. There it is in the database, it will check the availability, and the response will be given to this front end websites. So what and all the details that you are giving, that is a request. What and all the response that you are getting, that is a response API. And the limited access what Taj Vivanta is giving to these many websites are using the API things. Now you understood what is API? So application programming interface. It is an interface, which means a middleman. It acts as a middleman between me and Taj Vivanta website. So particularly, I'm giving some request in back. It is giving me the response. It is showcasing the details of the hotel. So all these integrations, taking the request to that particular website, bringing the response, putting in a readable format, in a human friendly format, designing, styling. So all those things, retrieving the information, putting back to the client, displaying to the client, all these things are done using the APIs. Okay, so now if I call, what is an API? It is an application programming interface. It's a middleman which will help us to interact in the backend with one application, getting the information and presenting us. Understood? So if they want to upgrade their web pages, nowadays there are so many front end technologies have come, right? Like Angular, React JS. So many latest frameworks are available in order to develop the front page tool. But backend, it is a coding language, whether it is written in C# or Java, no matter. But backend is one different language. Front end is a different language, and then the possibility of connecting both of them in a matching way, those things are taken care using the middleman tools that are as APIs. The backends will be written using Java, C#, Python, but due to the high competency, nowadays the front end is very dynamic. The page, if it is looking interesting, then only we are going to do work on that page. And if it is user friendly, so all this front end, back end integration, taking the data, accessing the back end, giving back in the more colorful format, all those things we are going to do in the API formats. So API will help us in solving the problem. Okay, so I will slowly explain you how API plays a major role in solving these design problems. Design problems in the sense the backend is having one web technology, the front end is having another technology. Nowadays, Angular, TypeScript, those are our new front end framework technologies. So when we have different languages in the back end, so many new technologies in the front end, so how to solve these problems? So all those things will come up in this API, what we are going to learn. API, application programming interface. Okay, so this is enough for the demo. For the basic necessity for the demo was I'm able to communicate what I want to, and you are able to understand what I'm trying to tell you. So for the demo session, I keep very light. I don't dive into deep things. I will just give one kind of brush ups. I just make sure whatever I'm saying, students are able to grasp it. And yes, tomorrow we will going to meet up again. Okay. And in tomorrow's class, I will tell you how these problems are resolved. The problems with the backend, new end technologies, how using the APIs, these are all resolved, and we will continue further with the more basic things in tomorrow's class. Okay, so I would like to end here today's demo session. So we will meet every day 9 p.m. IST. Okay, 9 to 10 p.m. IST, and this course will definitely take 35 to 40 hours for learning. Okay, in case if you require one or more classes than 40, I will definitely help you out. But seeing the design of this course, this will definitely take 35. You can think like 1.5 to 2 months for completion of this course. And Saturday, Sunday will not be a classes. It is only from Monday to Friday, 9 to 10 p.m. IST. Okay. Any doubts here? All good? Okay, guys, be open up. Okay. I always want to listen from you. I don't want this to be a kind of a class where I'm always talking and all you all guys are keeping silent. I want this class to be more interactive so that I can make sure whatever I am saying you are able to understand. Okay, be friendly with me, open up, attend all the things you want to learn, what exactly you are looking into. Okay, so you can always discuss with me, I'll help you out from my end. Okay, so let's meet up tomorrow. Thank you all for joining. Thanks for your time. So have a nice time ahead. Thank you all. Bye.